Hello guys, what's up?
Hello, teacher.
Hello. How's everything? Are you okay?
Alhamdulillah, everything is okay.
Thank God. What about the others? Are you good as Mr. Sam?
Hello, Miss Khawla.
Hello, dear. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
That's good. Even you don't do well sometimes, you have to say that you're doing well so that to feel that you're doing good. All right. Are you ready to start tonight's lesson or not?
Yes, you are ready.
You are ready. Good. So we reached to lesson 20 and only 4 lessons are left. And this is your last week. Okay. Lesson 20 is about, let's go. Yeah, it's about books. Books and reading. Books and reading. Okay. Let's go on. We have some types of books. In this paragraph, it's just we create as a story and we mentioned the types of books in it. All right. So yes, Mr. Sam, can you read it?
Teacher, can another one read just for a minute?
Sorry.
If it's possible, another one just read this
Yeah.
this page. After that, I will read it.
Yeah, it's okay. Yes, who raised his hand? Muhammad? Yes, Muhammad. I can't hear you. All right, he left. Yes, Mr. Sarhat.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, can you please read it?
Yeah, for sure. Types of book. I read a huge amount. As an editor, I am always using reference books such as a dictionaries, encyclopedias, manual catalogs, and so on. But I read a lot for pleasure too. And I particularly like poetry at home. All my books are arranged in alphabetical order. I have got lots of novel, murder, mystery, science fictions, etc. But there is no fiction as well. I read quite a lot biographies. My husband says I am book crazy.
Yeah, so this there were some words that is in bold. As you can see, it's in black bold. It's the kinds or the types of books. So Mr. Sarhat, can you tell us some names and explain what are they?
Okay. Well, I will start by explaining this. Okay, she's right. She is just reading so many books. She is an editor. She just always use some references from books like this. She is citing some information to use in her books because she is an editor.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, what is she using? She is using encyclopedias. Encyclopedia, I think it's a type of book which is contains so many information in details.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Manuals, catalogs, and those are type of books and so on. But she sometimes she just read for pleasure to like just she use it to read.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, and for the second paragraph, and I particularly like Putri at home all my books. I think Putri it is a like arrangement of library, like a desk. I don't know what it is.
No,
Putri.
poetry is a book. It's a
Yeah.
literature. I mean, a part of literature. It's we have in Kurdish sha'r.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, she arranged everything in from I to Z like alphabetical order.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, she have just get so many novel, modern matrix, and those type of books, etc.
Yeah.
And she is just saying uh, she doesn't have a non-fictions,
Yeah. There's
and she just read
quite a lot.
biography. Yeah, I think she just in the end she is meaning she is just reading biography. Biography, I think it's mean like table of content, isn't it?
Biography is another type of book. Again.
Biography, I think it's like sometimes I use it this word like for citing references. Like if you have so many references, we call it biography also, isn't it?
For references,
Yeah, instead of like you say the references, if you have so many references like appendix, references, etc., I think we can also say biographies.
yeah, it will be possible too. But it's usually the biography books, this kind of book is about a story life of a person that is written in the book. So for example,
okay.
when you see the first pages of a book, any kind of book, you would see the biography of the writer. You have
Yeah,
to know that the biography means the life of the writer. Okay, in Kurdish, Jiyannama,
yes, yeah.
this is biography. So you can, when you are reading a book a lot, you can say, I'm book crazy. I'm book crazy.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So thank you too for good reading. That was good. So
Thank you.
guys, when you are an editor, you can use reference books. Reference books means that there are all the links in Google, on YouTube, all the references that you can get from the books, from the Googling, from YouTube, from anywhere, and collected in one book about a subject. For example, the references about chemistry, okay, chemistry is in one book. And we may name the book the references of chemistry. You know what's reference now? Usually students of grade 4 at college use reference books a lot to because they have research. They have to find a lot of information about the topic they chose to have research in. So they need references to collect information. All right, reference books, reference sites, reference whatever. So reference means there is something like more information. You will find a link on Google, okay? And you find an information in it, in this link. And you will save the link and you will show to your teacher. I will say, teacher, I just got the information from this link. So this is the reference. Okay, but we have reference book is different. It's in the book, it collected in the book. Yes, Mr. Sarhad?
In another definition, you can say the reference book it is the source of the book.
Yeah, the source of the book. That's right too. Yeah, good. Thank you. And we can have dictionaries, okay, encyclopedias, manuals, okay, catalog, and so on. Those are all you would be let's say you will need it to be an editor, to be a writer, okay, to write something, to find information about something, you have to use those things. Especially encyclopedia is very useful. All right, we have, let's go on, but I read a lot of pleasure too. Okay, she said that she reads a lot of books only for pleasure, only like for entertainment. You know what's entertainment? Just to have fun reading them. That's the meaning. And we have poetry, شعر. So she has a lot of poetry books that she arranged in alphabets in order. and I have got lots of novels. Murder. Okay, novel is kind of story, but it's longer. Okay, it's a story, but a long story. It's not only 2 and 5 pages. It's a lot. It's a long story. And murder, mysteries, science fiction, those are all types of books. Science fiction means it's the kind of book that is about science, but it's not true. Okay, for example, they will create by technology, they will create kind of animal and kind of different disease, but none of them are exist, nor neither the disease nor the animal. This is science fiction, something that is not true about science. You know what's science fiction now? Guys, is it clear or not?
Yes,
teacher,
yes,
clear.
yes.
Okay, is my voice clear too?
Yeah.
Okay, because there is some noise in me. I think my something wrong with my laptop. Okay, so those are kinds of books. We have also nonfiction. Nonfiction means the story is not came from, I mean, the story is not came from the true story. It's not true. It's something that the writer created in his head or her head and wrote down. This is nonfiction, means it's not true. And biography is a life story of the writer, okay, maybe of the characters. This is biography. This kind is about life stories. Okay, so those are types of story. Let's go on to have something else. What is in the next slide? All right, I think I'm going so fast. Yeah, we have literature. In Kurdish is edebiyat. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to make it bigger. Here is it. So I used to hate literature. Have you ever heard the word of literature? Any of you?
Yeah, teacher. At university, we hear about it.
You heard. Okay. So what is literature? If you have any information about, you can tell us.
It's just like how can I say? It's when the old purity.
Poetry.
Yeah, just write something nicely.
Yeah.
And it's about that.
Yes, it's about poetry. Yes, Mr. Serhat, what else?
Well, also we can say literature can be defined like if we have used literature like, for instance, it is like bringing some information from some other books like poetry, like history. We also can consider this as a literature.
Yeah. Also, it contains drama, the old drama, like Shakespearean drama.
Yeah.
And novel, the old novels. They are all means they all will create something is called literature. Okay, so she says that she hated literature at school, but now I read a lot. Yes. Now, Mr. Sam, can you read this one or not?
Yes, teacher, of course.
Okay.
As a first, I want to say, I'm sorry. I don't know when you call me. Someone just came in my room. I'm sorry about it. I don't know why it just happened.
Yeah, that's quite okay.
Okay, thank you. I used to hate literature at school, but now I read a lot. I started off with fiction. I read hundreds of novels, mostly thrillers, and science fiction. My favorite author is John Le Carre.
Yeah.
Recently, I have started reading quite a lot of biographic and even some poetry. Two of my favorite poets are Antonio Mercado and Federico Garcia Lorca. They
Yeah.
both wrote poems in the early 20th century.
Yeah, good job. But let me tell you, the first one is literature. You pronounce it like this, literature. Yeah, and the second one is author. It's author. Author means the writer.
Means who is the writer? The
Yeah.
writer of book.
Yes, exactly. And
Yeah.
this P-O-E-T is poet. Okay, poet.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to make the pronunciation good, like poem. Okay, poem in the early 20th century. Poet and poem. Poet is sha'r in Kurdish, but poem is the person that writes poet.
Yeah.
Okay, we will pronounce it like that. So the author is the writer, and century means sada in Kurdish.
Yeah.
So she
Have to
didn't
explain
like
it?
literature. Yes.
I have to explain it, or you can explain it?
Yeah, if you like it, you can.
Okay. He said, as a school, I hate to read about I can't pronounce it very well. Literature.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now he loved to read about it, and he started to read with fiction, and he read 100 of novels and science fiction. It means the book talk about the science and sometime about the action. It's like that. And his favorite writer is John Kerry.
Yeah.
And also now he started reading quite a lot of biographies.
Yeah.
It means he like to read biographies and poetry.
Yeah, poet.
Yeah. And two of his favorite poets are Antonio Machado and Federico Garcia Lorca.
Hard names, yeah.
Both of them are live in 20th century.
Yeah, and both were the writers of poems.
Yeah, they're writer. Yeah.
They wrote poem. Okay, yeah, good job. So it doesn't need to explain again. Mr. Sam explained it all, but try to know how to pronounce the new words and the meaning. Okay, like literature is adabiyat, author is the writer, poet is sha'ir, and poem is the person who writes poet. Okay, and century is sada. All right, let's go and read something about reading. Okay, Dinya, can you read this one?
Yeah, sure. As a child, I did really badly at school. What's happened? I hear my voice. Okay, but my love reading made up for my lack of the formal education you had often find me curled up.
Yeah.
Curled up on the sofa with the book in my hand. Dad was always going on at me for not helping Mom, but I always far happier embraced in a gripping story that tidying my bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you explain it?
Yeah, it's talked about the girl that she's bad at school, but she's love reading. She didn't help his mother, and she's just sitting on the sofa and reading the book. Her dad, he's always that talking to him that she should help her mother, but she's happier with this reading and than the side tidying or working at all.
Yes, exactly. So that's generally the idea. Okay. Yeah. So as a child, she was bad at school, okay, and then she she says my love of reading made up for my lack of formal education. Okay, means she loved reading more than education and studying at school. And she would say that you always could find me curled up on the sofa. Okay, curled up means you when you bend down, sit down on the sofa. You know the meaning, yeah? When you bend down and sit down. So curled up means you bend and sit down on the sofa with a book. You could find her like that with a book always in her hand. And that was always going on at me for not helping mom. Going on means arguing, okay? Dad always wanted her to help her mother. And he always arguing with her. Why you don't help your mom? Why you don't do that? Why you always bend down and read books? I only see you with books. You don't help your mom. This is like going on at, arguing about something. Okay, this is going on at. But I was far happier immersed in. Okay, yeah, it's immerse. Yes, immersed in means you just like you love reading a lot. How to say that one? Have you ever noticed when you immerse something in like something in a liquid will go down? We have in Kurdish nakumbun. Yeah, did you understand? Or let me explain more.
Can you explain more?
Yeah, for example, when you have something in the water and will go down, it will immerse in.
No,
Like
miss, we know already.
Yeah, it will go down under the water. But here, the meaning is different. Immerse in, because you love reading a lot, you adore reading. This is immerse in. In Kurdish, we have نقوم لا خصوصي كتاب خواندن. Yes, Mr. Serhat?
Well, I wanted to add like immersive, it's like its meaning, he is just enjoying what he's reading. Like he is adapting in the situation, plus he is getting in the same story.
Giving a story.
Like if you are reading, I don't know.
Yeah, gripping story than tidying my bedroom. Yes, so she liked to read more than just helping mom and tidying the bedroom. Means working. Tidying the bedroom means working and make up the bedroom. So she were immersed in more in reading than making up the bedroom. Is that clear now?
Yes, it's clear.
Good. Shall we go on or explain more? Guys?
Let's go on.
Okay, let's go on. Just try to know the new vocabularies. So yes, Muhammad. Muhammad, are you here?
Yes, teacher, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, can you read this? This one.
Yeah, I know. I felt sorry for people who don't enjoy reading because they are missing out. Not so much a good story capture your imagination and it's pleasure that you just wait, teacher.
Yeah, derive from.
So teacher, drive from a great book stays with you forever.
Yeah. So why she or he feels sorry for the people who don't enjoy reading?
Because teacher, they might have no imagination.
Mm-hmm.
and it's pleasure to drive so great. I said that it's nice to drive from a great book. Like if you don't read book, you can't capture your imagination.
Yeah, that's it. So you may miss out some amazing things to learn as an education, as like conversation, comprehension, how to comprehend, how to get your ideas, how to speak out what's in your mind, like your imagination. And it's pleasure that you derive from a great book. You know, derive means what you get from a great book. Okay, and it will stay with you forever. Have you ever read the quote that says, when you read, you will get your head down, but when you ended reading, it will make your head up. It will raise your head up. Okay, so that's why he says that he feels or she feels sorry for people who don't enjoy reading. Yeah, who reads a lot here? Which one of you? Who is crazy reader?
I'm not a crazy reader, but sometimes before I sleep. Sometimes not at all.
Yeah.
Only like in 1 year, one time. In 1 year, one time.
Okay, that's not a good reader.
Yeah, actually, no. I'm reading online stuff. It's not any book.
Okay, which books do you read a lot?
Teacher, Wikipit.
Wikipedia?
No, Wikipit.
What kind of book is this?
Yeah, it's a funny book. It's funny imagination book. I really love it. Teacher, check it out. It's really fun.
So it's a comedian.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, but who else? Who's a good reader here? You don't read books, guys?
Well, I am good reader, but just I read book like for using some references, like I am citing some books. That's why I can consider myself as a good reader.
So you read only in education?
Well, yeah, when I do some reports, I usually read a lot. I reference so many books and some other websites, so that's why.
That,
Yeah, it depends on my needs. That's why I read a lot.
that would be a good reader too, because you read every day.
Yeah, almost every day. At least I read something every day.
Yeah, but reading is not only reading books and novels, it's
Yeah.
called reader. For example, you are reading the references for reports and research. The others is only watching the movies that are about comic or something like that. Some films came from books too. It's just like you read the book. The film is exactly created what was written in the book. So, for example, when I was at college, I had some novels in semester 1 and 2. Those novels were books, but I could find the movie and watch the whole movie. It was just like I read the whole book and I could get the good mark. So you can consider yourself as a good reader when you watch a movie and when you talk about it. When you could talk about the movie means you read it. Okay.
Teacher, I'm just like that. I'm not enjoy with reading book. Just what I need for education. Just I read a book, or whatever. Just I watch movies. I think it's better than a book because it give you like true story, not just like your imagination, your mind.
Yeah, but it depends on the person. You know,
Yeah, of course.
you are like that. But what is important that you will get benefited or not. You learn something from it or not. That is important because you will get educated when you're reading a book. And the same when you're watching a movie. You will get something like education, personality, motivation, something that will benefit you. So, but when you read something, I don't know, some say that reading is more like will make you emphasize more, will make you to, for example, do the thing more and learn faster. And some would say, no, when I watch a movie, I can learn better. It depends on the person. All right, what about the others? Yes, Dunya, did you say you're a good reader or not?
Really not. I'm trying to be a good reader, but I didn't have that much time to read, and I didn't like it even.
You didn't like reading.
No.
Oh, well, if you try to like it, first you have to start from 1 page, then to 2 pages, then to 5 pages, and then you will improve by yourself by the time.
Yeah, I'm trying a lot, but I couldn't because I didn't love it, and I will forgive it. Yeah.
No, it's not about only reading stories. You can click the name on Google, anything you like will benefit you, anything. For example, on information, write down the name and search about it. You will get a novel, something like a long story will come out for you, the information you want, and you can read along. Your reading will be good and you'll be a good reader. You will get educated and will get the information too.
Yeah, of course, too. Very useful. You will learn some new things, and many things in the life.
Yeah, but for English, yes, that's right. Yes, Dunya, continue.
It's finished. That's what I said.
Yeah, but for English, if you want to improve your English language, reading is good too. Okay, start from novels if you like. Then if you don't like, read other things in English, any informations you want in English, like that is connected in your department, in your work, anything like in engineering. Okay, if you're a nurse, if you're whatever.
Yeah, in my department, another thing that I must do it. That's the another thing. No, I couldn't.
Yeah, you will have time and you will need it, so you will be obligated to do it.
Yes.
But each department's English is different. For example, law English is different. Engineering English is different. Math English is different. Okay, literature English is quite different. It's really different because it's an old English. And the others are the same. But you have to do something to benefit yourself. At least that's why reading is good. All right, let's go on. Yeah, I love thrills. When a new book comes out by Henning Mankell or John Grisham, I have to get hold of it right away. All right, this is, you can see the picture, it's like Holy Quran. Yeah, I love thrills. Thrills is it's kind of book too, but it's like a scary film. Have you ever seen Thrills? Guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Why you're so quiet?
Because you didn't know it's real.
Okay, let me make it understand. Like it's kind of fiction movie. Okay, kind of fiction movie that is like cause you to have suspense, something exciting or shocked, okay, or scary movies, something like that. This is thrills. And he or she is talking about when a new book comes out. Comes out means produced, appeared out, created in this year, okay? Produced in this year, written in this year. This is comes out by, those are the writers, I have to get hold of. It's right away. Get hold of means have the book right away. Have the book, buy the book in your hands. Get hold of in your hands. Have the book with yourself right away means immediately, at once. Means she or he couldn't wait to have it. Okay, wanted to have it right away, immediately. I am currently reading a brilliant book. Currently means right now I'm reading a brilliant book by John Le Carre. I just can't put it down. Okay, that the meaning is clear, I think. I just can't put it down. Means I can't leave the book down. I am reading it always. Okay. So put it down right away, get hold of, comes out. Those are phrasal verbs, but you can use it when you're reading. Which one of them is not clear to explain it? Did you understand all? Guys?
Yeah, I get all.
All right. For example, you love a book a lot and you really read a lot about this book. You have the book in your hand always. You can't just put it down. This is the meaning of put it down. Yeah. Let's go on. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Sarhat, can you read it?
Yeah, teacher, for sure. Of course, some books are harder to get into, but I usually find that it's worth it because in the end, it pays off. Maybe because I related to the characters of Learn, or I learned something or things turned out in a usual way. You can beat a good book. She is just she is just saying like of course like some books are harder to understand.
Yeah.
She just find out that some books are worth it to read.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in the end of the book it's like pays off, like it is worth it to read.
Yes.
And also they are related to characters. Some are different since, and we don't have much time. It will be close to that zone.
Yeah. We will run out of
I learned something or things to turn out in a usual. She just sometimes she gets some information from the reading.
Yes.
So she find books are good.
Yeah, great. So we can join again if it finished. Okay. So as Mr. Sarhat said, that some books are harder to get into, means to get understand. Okay, to understand the book. Get into means to understand the book, but I usually find it worth it. It means even if it's hard, it's worth it. Sometimes hard ones are full of education, full of something that not normal people can understand it. If you're not clever, you cannot understand it. So it will just evaluate your level 2. All right, but it's worth it because in the end it pays off. Pays off means really it made you tired to understand it, but in the end you will get benefit from it. You will learn something from it. You will get educated from it. This is pays off. We can use pays off for something else. Like, for example, all the hard works will pay off. For example, let me explain the example. All the hard works will pay off one day. Means the work is so hard, you cannot tolerate it. But when you did it, you go over all the hard situations. In the end, it will pay off. Okay, it will end and you will get benefit from it. This is payoff. And I maybe because I related to the characters, or I learned something, or things turn out in a usual way. In novel books, there are characters. Maybe you are like one of the characters in the book. So what happened to the character? At the end, you will turn out to be the same like the character and not to the same mistake that the person did in the book. This is turn out, means you will find out, you will know, okay, in a usual way, what is wrong to not do, what is good to do, to not repeat the same mistake. And you can beat a good book. You can beat a good book means you can find a good book, you can learn with a good book. This is, and you can read a good book. This is beat a good book. Is that clear?
Yes, teacher, it's clear.
All right, so let me just ask you something. Who can use get into in a sentence? Any sentence you like. In example.
I can.
Yeah, who? Yes, Mr. Sarhat.
Yeah. I usually get into the movie when I watch it
Yeah.
alone.
You usually get into the movie you watch. That's great. Yes, Muhammad?
Teacher, I really get into the game while I play too much.
You really get into the game, you play too much. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You will use it in a correct way, means you understood. Yes, Mr. Sam?
Yes, teacher. Also, I can say I can get into these shows. They are too small.
I can get into this what?
Shows.
Shoes?
Shows. Yeah.
Yeah. In
They are
another,
too small.
it will give you another way. Get into means understanding here, but what you are using it is another meaning. It's right too.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, so Mr. Sam said the second meaning of get into, like something is not in your size, you would say, I cannot get into because it's small for me. Yes, good, Mr. Sam. Yes, Dunya?
Yeah, for example, said I couldn't get into the lesson last night.
Yeah, you couldn't get into the lesson last night. Good job. So guys, you're using it in a correct way means you understood. That's great. What about turn out? Turn out, like, for example, the movie turned out so like so exhausting. I didn't expect that. Yes, Mr. Sarhat?
Yeah, also we can use turned out, like I usually get turned out when someone is repeating his speech.
Didn't get it. Can you repeat it?
Yeah, well, we can use turned out in another meaning, like I usually get turned out when someone is repeating what he's saying so many times,
Yeah.
like I am getting angry.
Yeah, so turning out means going out this time. This here, what you mean is going out.
Yeah, but I think it's mean also was when like you if you would like to say I'm so angry, can we use it like I am turned out, like I'm getting pissed off, like
Yeah, out of anger. Yeah, that will be right. But you have to use another word with them.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that will be right too. Good. Like, for example, I turned it out because of anger, because they were noisy outside. You can use like this.
Yeah, that's what I was mean.
Yeah, I understood your meaning, but you have to use another word with them to have another meaning. Like, but here turn out means found out, or I knew about something. Yeah, yes, Dunya? Okay, who raised? Yeah, Dunya?
Yeah, just the rising hand for the previous example. Questions.
You use turn out.
Turn out has a lot of meaning because here you said that's found out, right?
Yeah.
For example, I turned out the movie. I turned out some information from the movie.
Yeah, you turned out some information about the movie. Yeah, good. Mr. Sam?
Yes, teacher, about that things that you told us, I give you an example. I knew that everything would turn out fine in the end.
Yeah, everything will turn out fine in the end. Good example. Yes, Muhammad, what about you? Muhammad, can you hear me?
Teacher, turn out they said all the examples, but I have my own. Examples. If you study too much, you'll turn out in a good result.
Yeah, that will be possible too. Or if you study, you will turn out to be the top student. Yeah, that's good. So thank you guys. They were great examples. Let's move on. If you use those vocabularies like this, you won't forget, believe me. So choosing a book. Let's go to know how to choose a book. All right. Booksellers survey. How did you choose the last book you read? How? Okay. Let's go. All right. You can just look at the title. The title is just like exactly you want it. Is it it? If it's yes, you will choose it. So the title on the front cover just attracted my attention. It just made you to read it. For example, we have some titles of books that will make you to read it. What is that book about? For example, the title is 5 Ways to Be Happy. It will just attract your attention to read about it. You will buy it and you want to know what are the 5 ways to be happy, because you need to be happy. So the title of the cover will attract your attention to choose that book and read it. Okay, this is one of the ways to choose a book. Let's know what are the other ways to choose a book. I was browsing in a bookshop. I just picked up a paperback that looked interesting. Okay, maybe you will go to browsing a bookshop. Browsing means searching in a bookshop. And you picked up, you hold up, okay? You hold up and just got out a book to read, to know how's the book. This is picked up. You chose a book to read. A paperback that looked interesting. Maybe the last back of the book was interesting for you. Sometimes I don't only watch the title of the book in the cover, I will go inside the book, the last page and the first page. What is the content? Okay, the content, the writer name, and at the back on okay, at the end it will tell you the sources, the name of other books. That means this book is interesting. So it will make you to read more about it. This is another way how to choose a book. You can find it in a bookshop or also in Google too. When you search for a book, another book will appear out next to it. It will make you to just browse and search more. And that's how you can find the best book to choose and read. Okay, now Muhammad, can you read this one? Wait, sorry, not this one. Muhammad?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, read this one.
A
please.
recommendation by a friend. He said it was very readable and well written.
Readable.
Readable, yeah. It means that's written by most people.
Yeah, so this is another way to choose and read a book. Can you explain it?
Yes. It said that my friend, one of his friend, recommended him that he told him that this book's readable and well written. Like this book has been written by the most of the people.
Yeah, good job. Readable means it's really quite good for reading. And a lot of people read it and they gave like a score, a high score, means that book is good for reading. Readable, this is, and also easy to read. Readable means another thing, like easy to read. Readable, you can read this book and you can understand it. This is the second meaning. The first meaning was a lot of people read it and it's the book for reading. Okay, and well written. It should be well written, not well written. Well written means it wrote, the writer wrote it in a good way. For example, we have some writers, I forgot the name. He was a Brazilian writer. He wrote novels. I forgot his name, but his writings were amazing. He wouldn't give you the exact meaning by the text. You should have read it and think about it and just turn out the meaning. That was amazing. It really made me to read more. Like the text, the content wasn't so easy to understand. You should have read it first and think about it. What was the meaning of the sentence? For example, even in Kurdish, when you say something, you will mean something and the person in front of you will understand in another thing. So one sentence can give hundreds of meanings. The book was like that too. Any books that will make you think is a good book, okay? Because it will make you a creator, a good thinker. So well written means the writing was good and the content was good too. What's in it was good too. All right, a recommendation of a friend means a friend of yours suggested to read this book. He or she recommended, suggested, or told you this kind of book to read it. All right. All right, and it was a gift, but I liked the author, so I was really pleased. Pleased. Pleased means happy. It was a gift. For example, another way to choose a book, we talked about a friend's recommendation and browsing in a bookshop, also by knowing the title in the cover. This is another way to choose a book. Like it's a gift for you. Someone will get you a gift, a book gift. You like the author, and that will make you happy. Okay, when you like the author, the writer, you see the writer is your favorite writer, and you will be happy of that you got the gift. All right. Another way, yes. Okay, Mr. Sam, can you read it?
Yes, teacher, of course. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I looked through the first chapter. It looked fascinating.
Yeah, fascinating. Yeah, fascinating. Yes. So this is another way to choose a book. Can you explain this way?
It means I just read just the first chapter in this book. It was amazing and I love it. So I bought, and I love it.
Yes, exactly. So another way to choose a book is that you go through the book. Like you will just see the content, the last page, the first page, the middle one, chapter number 2, chapter number 3, but you only go through it, not reading a lot. It will take a lot of time. Only go through, and I mean, you will have your eye on it. Eye through the pages. Okay, so you look through means you read a little bit of the first chapter and you like it. Okay, fascinating means that it was amazing. Yeah, it was like you like it. It was amazing. All right, we have some reading habits, like big reader, someone that is reading a lot, avid reader and bookworm. Okay, nose in a book. Bookworm means that the person's nose is on the book always. Means her or his head never goes up. The head is down to the book. This is bookwormer, let's say. Bookwormer or nose in a book. But avid reader is just like someone that is hungry to read. Okay, I'm an avid reader. I'm hungry of reading a lot. Okay, big reader is called a good reader, reads a lot. Those are some reading habits. Some vocabularies you can use for the persons that reads a lot. Nose in the book, hungry reader, avid reader. Yeah. Okay, we have two pronunciation of avid because we have a British and English accent. So we can say avid and avid. Both are right to say. All right, guys. So those are three kinds of reading habits. The person, you can call a person like those things. Those three, yeah, we can say nouns. You have a noun of a person that reads a lot. If he or she is a big reader or avid reader, of a bookwormer. Nose in a book. Okay, and we have some words to describe books. Those other words were describing the person who reads a lot, but now words to describe books. We have heavy going and a real page tuner. Real page tuner. Heavy going means it has two meanings. Like one of them is the book is heavy. Okay, the book is thick, heavy. And the other meaning means heavy going means it's not easy to read. It's hard to go through. So that's why you can say this book is a heavy going book. You cannot understand it easy and go on, continue reading. This is heavy going. And a real page tuner. Okay, tuner means like it will make you have to understand, guys. The book is tuning. All right. You know, we have tune in music and piano, but this is different. That refers to something that is figuring out, that is really amazing. Okay, when you listen to a music and piano tune, that will make you relax or just like it. So a page that will make you excited the most is a real page tuner. Is that clear or not?
It's clear.
All right. So either the book is easy and you're excited about, or the book is heavy going, it's hard to understand and hard to read and go on. So those are how to describe books. Oh, we got the questions? Yeah, finally. All right, so I don't make those questions as a homework because none of you will send the homeworks nowadays. Why?
What? Wait, teacher. I just wait all my times with homework.
Okay, not you, Muhammad, some of them. You don't send your homeworks, why? Try to send your homeworks this week because it's your last week. Okay, but now I won't make it as a homework because I know you don't send it. So let's answer in the meeting. That would be better for you. Yeah. So question 1, what kind of books do you find most fascinating? The kind of book, and tell me why. Yeah, who can answer this one? Yes, Muhammad.
Teacher, as I said, we pick it because it's fun. Funny book, like it's joke on it. That's
Yeah,
why I love it.
comic books. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
comic
you
books.
have fun reading it. Good job. And Mr. Said had the second question. What kind of reference books do you use the most often?
Well, regarding to this question, I usually use books from like engineering books that are related to planning because of my educational background.
Yeah, it's related to your department or
Yeah, it's related to my education background because I have been graduated from special planning.
yeah, so yeah, it related. So what is the name of the book? Have you
Well,
ever
urban planning standards, sustainable urban development, like those book I usually use.
Oh, that must be hard one.
Well, I just get used to because it's my education, so everything is going well.
It's your specialization.
Yeah,
You are specialized of this department.
yeah.
Yeah, good job. I
Thank you.
hope you all I hope you all read a lot and get successful, get educated, have fun of reading. Even if it's hard, it will make you a creator, believe me. And do you enjoy browsing in bookshops? I wish that question was for me because this is my life. I always browse in the bookshops. Anywhere you lost me, you can find me there. Whenever you wanted to find Miss Khawla, you can find in the bookshops. All right. So who wants to answer this one? Yeah, someone who didn't do. Yes, Dunya?
Yeah, me too. I'm really interested by the bookshop. I didn't like the reading, but when I go to the bookshop, I wanted to buy it all, but I don't read it.
Okay, so what's the benefit of buying it and not reading it?
Just like me.
Just like you.
Yeah.
Also me, teacher.
You want to only watch the book at home or what?
Yeah, I think we want to just have it at home.
Yeah, try to
It's
take a
yeah, it's really attractive.
yeah,
Teacher, the title are nice.
like take a picture as of a book and as a memory say the book that I bought but I didn't read. It's just for fun. All right, I have some books too I didn't read yet, and they were college time books. Didn't read yet, but because after I graduated, I didn't have much time of going back and read the college time books. Everything is precious in its time to do. When you graduated, you cannot go back and read the things at college. You will be busy of the other things after graduation. You will have a work and you have to find out the information about the work you do. You know, other things will appear out and your responsibility will be a lot. So you cannot just read the book and go back. Whatever you can do now, do it now. Like read it now. All right, just like Dunya and Mr. Sam. I have some books, yet I didn't read. So try to read it now because after that, you will have a lot of responsibilities and you cannot read it forever. Okay. All right. Yes. What about you, Mr. Muhammad?
Teacher, I said that. Similar. I go to the Haval bookstore. Wow, look at this old books. I love to buy all of them. Like
Yeah.
there's only one.
Okay.
The titles, teacher, the titles are so nice. It's written a big food, the kid who want to be a king. Wow. Well, I bought it, bring it home. I will never see it again.
Okay. That's the disaster. You know what? Because some shoppings are, you know, the appearance of the outside of the shopping. Like Haval bookstore is really amazing. When you go in, just like Muhammad said, you want to read all of it. Want to sit down and read all of them. But at home, maybe the condition, the situation is not good for reading. That's why you don't have an amazing room for like a library to make reading like to love, make yourself to love reading. So you have to just push yourself, push it to read. Okay, have a great library. Try to have all the books in front of you, because when it's inside the like inside the, how to say, library that have doors, it disappears in front of eyes. Should be in front of you to just touch it, and you will know that, oh, I have this book too, so I have to read it. It should be in front of you. Okay, so whatever you love, you will do it. So it depends on you. Whatever you love, you will do it. No excuses, no, nothing. You will do it. And reading is the same. If you love reading, you will read it. Sometimes when I can't find the book in the bookshop, I will search on Google and have the PDF of it. All right, we'll read the PDF, or can find it by the application on phone. Some like Samsung phones, cell phones, have the book, application book. It's really amazing, but iPhones can't have it. We can have the PDF of the book on iPhones. All right,
Teacher, I
guys,
think I had it like teacher. There's iTunes.
IQs, but there is an app, a lot of books in it. But in Samsung, there's something like the app alone, you can download it as a book alone.
Actually, I didn't read that much book. I don't know about it.
Well,
It's something else.
well, teacher, there is an app. Yeah, I would like to add to your speech. There is an app. I usually use it on my iPhone because I read so many books that were related to my education.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is an app, like if you would like to read some books in your phone.
I mean, it's an app.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know about this one. But
Yeah,
we-
so that's why I wanted to clarify this information.
if you could, you can send us in the group.
Okay, sure.
All right. We will be thankful. Okay, guys. What time is it? Okay, it's 10:20. All right, guys. Do you have any other things to add or to end up the meeting? Anything to say?
Thanks, no.
All right. So you don't have homework, but let me tell you, I will send you a video is about grammar, and we'll send you a worksheet with it. Watch the video and try to understand the grammar, and then solve the questions in the worksheet. That will be your homework. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes, Mrs. Clear.
So it's about, your homework is about a grammar video with a worksheet. And let me tell you something, this week is your last week, guys. Try to join the meetings, study well, okay, send your homeworks. We will have a weekend exam after this week, a weekend exam, all right? And then we will have our final exam. But in this week, we will have an activity, students' activity. At this lesson, this meeting, I would not share the slides for you. You guys talk about something, prepare something, anything you like. It connected with your studies, with your department, with your work, anything you like. Talk about a topic about 10 minutes, each one of you. So it's not for tomorrow, but for, I mean, within this week, we will have this activity. I'm telling you sooner so that you can prepare yourselves. All right, guys? And all of you should do it. Did you get it, or why you're is it
Yeah.
surprise?
Yes, we get it. Yes, yes.
All right. Do you like it or not? You know, this is for you.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. I like it.
Yeah.
I'll talk about game experience.
Game experience. Yeah, good. So yes, Mr. Sam.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. So try to think about a topic and prepare yourselves to talk about it. If you would like, you can prepare slides, prepare a video, like you are a teacher in this lesson. Okay, you're talking about something in English. If you like, you can prepare things. If you didn't like, if you didn't have time, you can talk about it only. And we guys, I will be a student like you too. I will listen to you and have a question. Maybe I didn't understand something. Maybe you will clarify for me. And the others will talk about it. We will make just like a debate. Okay, you will make us understand like this. It's fun. So inshallah, we will do this lesson too, but not for tomorrow. And guys, please, I will repeat it. Send your homeworks because you will lose marks. You know that? You lost a lot of marks. Some of you joined all the meetings, but sometimes didn't send the homeworks and you lost marks. That really makes me sad to lose marks. You are clever students. Okay. And
Okay.
thank you so much for joining this lesson, and I hope you learned something. Have a great night.
Thanks, Miss, and thank you too for teaching
Thank you,
us.
teacher.
You're most welcome.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Have a great time.